compressed natural gas, or CNG, is gaining popularity with fleets as an alternative source of fuel. The federal government has also expressed an interest in converting the federal fleet to alternative fuels.
We've had some very encouraging moves in just the last couple of months. I would point primarily to the very exciting presidential memo that came out just about 3 months ago. And in that memo, the Obama administration committed to advancing alternative fuel vehicles in federal fleets. So federal fleets operate not just in Washington, but all over the country. Think of the postal fleets, think of the fleets that operate in our national parks throughout the country. So this is a very significant move. We really commend the administration for taking this leadership role. And the way that the memo is written and the directive to the federal agencies that will be implementing it is to look broadly at all of the alternatives. And we'll also need CNG and LNG vehicles to fill all of the different niches that we need for federal vehicles. I think the biggest benefit for CNG in transportation is job creation. It's a chance for us to revitalize our economy. We today are spending over $1 billion a day on foreign oil imports when we could be keeping a substantial portion of that funding at home and making investments in our transportation infrastructure, in that domestic job creation in areas that are production centers for natural gas, and really strengthening our economy while we also strengthen our own energy security and our standing in the world. When people think about natural gas vehicles, if they're even aware of the potential of natural gas vehicles, they think that's something that we tried in the 80s and 90s and that it's not part of their lives today. But the truth is that about a quarter of the city buses that are being sold today, about a quarter are natural gas vehicles. Here in Washington, D.C., the fleet of about 1,500 city buses, almost 500 of those today are running on clean-burning natural gas. The other part of daily life that people don't realize is increasingly becoming a market for CNG vehicles are refuse trucks. So those vehicles that come and keep our communities clean, come to your home every day, and they're probably quieter than the rumbly diesel that you're accustomed to in the past because CNG refuse vehicles operate much more cleanly and smoothly. So you don't even hear that refuse truck coming in the morning. So people do have experiences with CNG vehicles that they may not even be aware of. What a lot of Americans don't realize is that with the shale gas revolution of just the last few years, the entire energy landscape of our nation has changed. We today have more natural gas than Saudi Arabia has oil. We surpassed Russia earlier this year as the world's largest producer of natural gas. With that tremendous change, it's a windfall for our country, and it's a chance to reevaluate our national energy policy and really a second chance at getting it right. We have a chance to break our dependence on foreign oil and to increase our use of a clean domestic resource for transportation. We owe it to ourselves as a country to give this a very serious effort and to make this a priority as part of our national energy policy going forward.
Learn more about fleet transitions to CNG. Visit cngnow.com.